Hey guys, welcome yet again to Motoroids, the channel where you get the most detailed reviews of all the latest cars and motorcycles in India. And here, as you can see, is a bare bones, uh, completely stripped down Guerrilla 450. And this video is about how this motorcycle is different from the Himalayan, who is it for, and what you should expect. And since the motorcycle has been completely stripped down here, it gives us an opportunity to tell you exactly how this motorcycle is different. So to start off, a lot of people think that this was supposed to be a scrambler. It's not. It's a neo-retro roadster, and it's meant essentially for road use. You can straddle the motorcycle and maybe do a little bit of soft roading with it, but that's about it. It's not meant to go off-road as well. And if you're fooled by the block pattern tires, don't be, because they might look like they are meant to do a bit of soft roading, but they are essentially road biased and being made in collaboration with Seat. A very chunky set, 120 section up front and 160 at the rear, and they offer grip aplenty. So let's start talking about how this motorcycle is different from the Himalayan. A lot of people think that this is an offshoot of the Himalayan platform, which in a way it is, but though the two motorcycles, they started their life at the same time, and while the launch was staggered, obviously, because you always want to have one launch after the other because you want to have the excitement going, but both the motorcycles were developed concurrently, and it's just that this motorcycle is being launched later. So in terms of differences, the wheelbase here is obviously shorter because it has less suspension travel. So while on the Himalayan you have 200 mm of suspension travel up front, and at the rear this one has 140, and at the rear it has 150. Now the wheel sizes are also smaller. It has 17 wheels up front and at the rear, which are much smaller than the ones on the Himalayan. It comes with a smaller disc up front, 310 mm, as compared to the Himalayan's 320. This also comes with sintered brakes, and it comes with these gaiters for the suspension as well. The headlight is borrowed from the Himalayan. The instrument console is also the same. However, there is a new functionality here, and now if you're riding on a certain route using the app, you can export the file and send it to your friend, and he can probably use it on some other application. And similarly, if your friend has ridden or driven somewhere and he exports the file in a supported format, it can be imported into here, and it can be used for you to go on a trail which is unexplored. The instrument console is exactly the same as the Himalayan, and the home screen button and the pass button and the turn indicators and the horn and everything else is the same. And you also have the ignition switch, and everything else is the same, but the height of the handlebar itself has come down drastically by about 30 mm, and that's after considering the drop in the seat height also. So while the Himalayan is much taller, this one is 780 mm only. So if you cut that difference out, the difference in the handlebar position relative to the seat is only 7 mm. But overall it has come down by about 30 mm. Another big difference is that while the central part of the chassis is the same as the Himalayan, uh, the head here has been modified essentially to sharpen the rake by about 4%, and that also has contributed, along with the suspension travel, in reducing the wheelbase of the motorcycle. The swing arm has also been reduced, and that also adds to the reduction in the wheelbase, making the motorcycle sharper. Small changes have been made in the subframe as well, and this subframe is slightly different from the one that you'll see on the Himalayan. Now the big change in terms of the gearing is that this one has lesser teeth at the rear on the sprocket, and as opposed to the 47 teeth on the Himalayan, this one has 45, which should make it have a better top speed. But since the tire is also smaller, apparently it's been cancelled out, and the performance more or less is supposed to be the same. The foot peg position also has gone behind, and this entire part that you see here is different from the one on the Himalayan. So all in all, it's uh, a much different motorcycle, and it was developed ground up. And the other thing is that because of the lesser seat height and the fact that it is not as big visually, and the reduction in weight, which is about 11 kg lighter. Curb and dry weight is about 6-7 kgs lighter as compared to the Himalayan. It comes across as a more friendly motorcycle, a more inviting motorcycle, a more accessible motorcycle. So a lot of people who didn't switch to the Himalayan uh, because of its size and the fact that they were maybe a little bit intimidated or were not in for a full-scale ADV motorcycle would find this a lot more suitable for their use. And it comes across as a motorcycle which is good for your daily commutes, uh, short runs for a weekend ride. You can take it for long distance riding also. We rode it for a reasonable amount of distance yesterday and I didn't feel too tired. So if you can just accessorize it, you can use it for long distances as well. The pillion seat is not as comfortable or long as the Himalayan though, and if you were looking for pillion comfort, maybe you'll need a modification, although getting onto the seat is much easier. Also, the big difference that we think over the Himalayan, which is going to be a big factor, is the fact that it's going to be a lot less expensive. So the Himalayan is 2.85 lakh rupees or thereabouts. This, I believe, would be 2.4 to 2.6 lakh rupees, or maybe less if Royal Enfield wants it to be very aggressively priced. So as you can see, it's like very accessible, doesn't intimidate you, looks very nice and well proportioned. And unlike the Himalayan, which is meant for long distance riding and off-roading, this motorcycle here is meant for your daily use, and it's plenty fast, and in these colors it looks nice too. Which one is your favorite? Do let us know. This one here is the Brava Blue, the yellow ribbon, the gold dip, and the Playa Black. There is a base smoke variant also, which is not on display here. But do let us know your thoughts, and which one would you choose between the two? For me personally, it would always be the Himalayan because it tugs at my heart very strongly. I like traveling long distances and I like going off the road as well. But which of the two would you choose? Do let me know in the comment section. Thanks a lot for watching. This is your friend Amit signing off. Rev hard, rev free, and ride safe.